If you're thinking about bringing home baby chicks this spring, there's a few things you need to pick up before you bring them home.
All right. So once you bring those baby chicks home, what you need to do, you need to keep them warm and you want to keep them in a safe place to live, especially for the first few weeks. This is what you call is a brooder. A brooder could be something you make yourself. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. It just needs to keep those chicks warm, keep them safe and contained, especially when they're really small, because they will wander off and get into trouble. For the bedding, you could use pine shavings. That will keep the moisture levels down, and it'll also keep it clean. You want your brooder to stay clean. Avoid cedar shavings or things like newspaper because it can make them sick. And the baby chicks cannot regulate their own body temperature yet, so you have to give them some heat. And you need to keep your brooder around 95 degrees, especially for the first week. And then as time goes on, you can lower the temperature each week as they grow. And honestly, they'll let you know when they're uncomfortable. For my setup, I basically took one of those deck boxes from Costco and converted it into a brooder. I just used a little bit of wood from Home Depot, some hardware cloth, and a couple of screws, and it worked great. The main thing is to keep enough room for each chick, good airflow, and a way to keep them contained and safe as they're growing. When I first brought the chicks home, I actually started them in this plastic 27-gallon bin for the first couple of weeks before moving them into the larger brooder. All right, let's talk about the heat now. So most people will use this heat lamp. It's very simple, inexpensive, and honestly, it mounts very easily onto the brooder. But you want to make sure you use like a secondary safety, like a zip tie, just in case it falls off, because they do get very hot and the clamps do fail. And there is a cage that goes over the front of the light bulb so the chicks can't actually touch it, or your arm. And these are the bulbs right here. They get really hot, but they last a long time and they actually do a good job. Or you could use this alternative. This is like a flat panel heater. It's a little more expensive. Doesn't get as hot, but it still does a very good job. Okay, here's an example of the heat lamp, and you can tell they're very comfortable. They're all underneath the heat lamp. If they're on the other side of the brooder to the left, that means they're getting too hot. They're trying to get away from the heat. So what you do is just raise that light up like a foot, and it will cool down the temperatures. Now, this is a feeder and also a waterer. That's made for like a smaller brooder. There are different sizes, and this just makes it easy for you and the chicks to give them food and water, and just to make them happy and comfortable. These are some of the bigger ones, which I usually use those because I have a bigger brooder, which I showed you in the video with a deck box. And then I like to use those right outside. And it's also a good idea to add some electrolytes to their water, and it helps them basically recover from the stress of the travel and get off to a good start.
Hey, little chickies. Hey, little chickies. Wow, you guys are getting so big. Wow, look at you.
After a few weeks, they get big. They grow so fast. They actually start growing some real feathers. No longer they have the fluffy down feathers. And if the weather is warm enough, you could actually start introducing them to the outdoors, to a whole new world. So just a quick tip, they're very curious little buggers, and the minute you open that brooder top, they are sure to jump out because they start to fly the minute they get their feathers. And boy, are they active. It's so much fun. Here in New Jersey, I usually start letting them outside when the temperatures reach around 65 to 70 degrees. At first, I bring them back inside at night, but once they're fully feathered, they could transition out to the coop. But make sure if you make an outdoor brooder like I just did out of some scrap wood, cover the top because they will fly out, and you want to watch out for predators too.
Ah, you guys are liking your new little home, huh? Yeah. Okay. Like a nice little beautiful home. Get a better shot. Okay. House is done. Time to start the run. Come on, Speckles, you could do it. Oh, look at that, Speckles. My little girly girl. She always is the brave one. Come here, Speckles. Come here. Come here, Specks. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, Speckles. Here. Oh. Papa say, don't forget me, baby. That is cool. You guys are cool. You got the beast. Can't get in. Beast proof. It is beast proof. Right, Popeye? Look, beast proof completely.
Hey, chickie. Nope. You go crazy?
Well, that wraps it up. Honestly, once you have a warm brooder,
What?
some bedding, food, water, you're ready to go. Raising chicks is actually pretty simple. And before you know it, they're growing up fast and they're ready to move out in the coop and start laying those delicious eggs. And it is well worth it. So if you're planning on getting chicks this spring, let me know in the comments what breed you're thinking about getting and raising. I had a great time making this video for you, and I really hope you learned something new.